What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Midterm Rental Show. I'm your host, Bailey Kramer, and in this episode, I'm going to be answering the question, are midterm rentals oversaturated? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so I just got off of a call with a client of mine who's interested in my done-for-you midterm rental service, where me and my team essentially find you an untapped midterm rental market, we find you a property, and we help you furnish the property and run it on the back end. And she said to me, Bailey, you've been doing this for years at this point. From your experience, has the demand for midterm rentals gone down? And I gave her an answer, but I want to also give you guys the answer because it is really, really important. So this answer has two different components to it. The first component is the supply of midterm rentals. And then the second component is the demand of midterm rentals. So let's start with the first one, the supply of midterm rentals. So ever since I've been doing furnished rentals, which was started 5 or 6 years ago, I was really heavy into short-term rentals. And one site that I used for short-term rentals was a site called AirDNA. Now again, it's a great site for analyzing data on short-term rentals, but unfortunately, AirDNA isn't great for midterm rentals, nor is there really an alternative for midterm rentals. But I do want to share something very important that I've been analyzing on AirDNA literally for the past 5 or 6 years. So AirDNA shows this graph that shows the active listings in a given market. Now, I just have a screenshot of a random market in Alabama, but I can promise you, and you can do the research yourself, every single market, I don't care where it is the exact same type of curve. Basically what happens is more and more people buy Airbnbs and furnished rentals, so the supply in that market of properties goes up. Then when you start hearing things in Facebook groups like, oh my God, Airbnb's dead, then the supply starts to go down. Then a few months later, that talk kind of goes away. And then all of a sudden, people start buying Airbnbs again. So it's this constant roller coaster looking chart that basically shows the supply going up, then the supply going down, supply going up and down. Now, why is this important for you? Well, because when the supply curve is all the way at the top, so basically like the top of the roller coaster, that is typically when it is either the hardest to get your property booked as a midterm rental, or if you do get it booked as a midterm rental, you have less control over the price and you do have to decrease your price a little bit. But when that roller coaster goes down and people start selling, they get scared, you hear the rumors on Facebook that Airbnb is dead and midterm rentals are dead, well then the supply goes down, which means your pricing goes up. Because when there's less supply in the market, typically speaking, your prices go up, considering demand stays the same. So what this should tell you on the supply side is, number one, do not panic. Airbnbs, midterm rentals, the stock market, you name it, everything is cyclical, and real estate is not an exception. So while midterm rentals are fairly steady, they still have some effect from the general market cycle, which is why it's really important that if you're going to get into the midterm rental game, you don't just think of this as an investment for 6 months, a year, or even 2 years. This is a long-term investment that if you don't plan on holding for at least several years, then I wouldn't get into it at all. Okay, so now that we understand the supply side, let's talk about the demand. While there isn't a great chart that shows demand like there is for supply, I can tell you from experience that demand has stayed relatively constant over the, again, 5-6 years that I've been doing this. Sure, have I had different types of guest avatars stay at my property over the period of time? Yes. Especially in markets where there's major construction projects and a majority of my people are construction crews. But then when those construction projects go away, then I fill my property with other types of people like insurance claims, families relocating, and so many more. So while I wish there was better data, and that's something that I think Furnish Finder's working on to give better data on demand, there isn't a great answer right now. So that kind of stinks. But for my time doing this, I've always seen that there is demand for midterm rental housing, no matter what market you're in, because I'm in several markets, not only for myself, but also properties that I co-host for others. And now that I'm doing this done for you midterm rental service, I'm able to see so many more markets than I've even seen before. So if you're wondering, Bailey, is now the time to get into midterm rentals, or should I wait 3, 6, 9 months? What I would tell you is get in now. It's not about timing the market, but it is about time in the market. So if you're ready now, jump in. I've got tons of resources on all my social medias, tons of free resources to download. And if you do want to work with me and have me and my team pick out your market, your property, and basically hand you a midterm rental done for you, white glove service, then reach out and I'm happy to help. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.